The students who shall be speaking at the graduation ceremony were selected based on their leadership position, which they attained through neutral criteria to deliver messages of the students' own choices. The content of and any views expressed during each student speaker's message is solely and entirely the private expression of the individual student and does not reflect the endorsement, sponsorship, position, or expression of the district.
Hello, I'm John Kraft. As your Superintendent of Schools, I want to personally welcome you to the 2025 Northside Independent School District graduation ceremonies. This year, more than 7,600 students graduate from our high schools. It is a momentous occasion for them, but also for their families, friends, teachers, and administrators. The graduates did not reach this day alone. As each senior crosses the stage and receives his or her diploma, I know you'll watch with great pride. Through the years, they have relied on the encouragement, love, and support from everyone in their lives. I'm so proud of all of our graduates. On behalf of the Northside Independent School District family, we wish them good luck as they begin the next chapter in their lives. We also congratulate them on their achievements. I hope you all enjoy this special day.
Good afternoon. I am Tanim Four, Senior Class President. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Earl Warren High School and Construction Careers Academy, Class of 2025. At this time, please stand and remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Air Force Junior ROTC Color Guard from Earl Warren High School, and the national anthem sung by senior choir members under the direction of Colin Varville and Brenna Santos.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. You may be seated. Delivering our opening remarks is Earl Warren High School salutatorian Carly Blaylock.
Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and my fellow graduating class. My name is Carly Blaylock, and I'm your Warren Class of 2025 salutatorian. When I found out I was Warren salutatorian, I couldn't believe it. Let's just say it wasn't on my 2025 bingo card. But as I stand here today, I am beyond grateful for this opportunity to speak to all of you. It's almost surreal that this day is finally here. A day that we've been working towards for the past 13 years, the last 4 of which were spent sitting amongst each other, growing, learning, and daydreaming. Each and every one of us should be proud of ourselves for this major accomplishment. For me, it is both exciting and bittersweet. This is the last time we shall all be together, and in just a few hours, we'll all go our separate ways and begin the next chapter of our lives. And no matter what each of us chooses as their next chapter in life, we're all hoping for the same thing, and that is to live the best life possible, one filled with happiness, success, and good health. Robin Davidson once said, "The universe gave us 3 things to make life bearable: hope, jokes, and dogs." I say we let hope fuel our voice and actions to do good things in this world. Congratulations, Class of 2025. Thank you. Please help me welcome Construction Careers Academy salutatorian Nathan Gonzalez.
Hello, everyone. When I first got the news that I was going to be giving the speech at graduation, I'm going to be honest, I was a little bit nervous, And now that I'm standing up here today, I think I realized that it was valid to be nervous because, it's just such a huge responsibility to be standing up in front of you all today, and I'm so honored to be the salutatorian of Construction Careers Academy. I was told that this speech was supposed to be something short and sweet, and I tried my best to do that, but I also wanted it to be something that you can remember and take with you down the road and use in your life after high school. Before I get into the message part of my speech, I want to give a huge thanks to all the people that helped me get into this position today. I want to start off by thanking my parents, my sister, and everyone else in my family the most. You have allowed me to have a great and memorable childhood, and you have guided me through the ups and downs that life has thrown my way. You have made me the person that I am today, and I could not have asked to be blessed with a better family than you guys. And I also want to thank my friends. You have certainly made my high school experience memorable and special. Started off, thanks to my friend Daniel. You were literally the first person I ever talked to at this school. I didn't know anyone freshman year, and I still remember that first day of school where you sat down at my lunch table. So thank you for that. And I also want to thank my other friends, Christian, Marco, Sean, Jonathan, and Michael, for always being there for me and spending time with me throughout these last 4 years. And last but not least, I want to thank Skylar and Raymond. You guys made playing football such an enjoyable experience. And even if I didn't mention your name, I just want you to know that if I ever interacted with you and you were ever nice and kind to me, you guys made my life so much better, and I could not have asked for more than that. So thank you very much. And before I wrap this up, I wanted to share a quote that I discovered about a month ago. It's a quote by Albert Einstein, and I hope that it will be able to resonate with you throughout your lives. So here it is. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. Failure is success and progress. The truth of it is, everyone in here, including me, has failed at something in life and will fail at something in life. But I got good news, though. That's a good thing. There's no success in life without failure. All of you have big dreams and aspirations in life that you hope to obtain, and anything of value will be difficult to obtain. That's why they say it's not the destination, it's the journey. Your dreams and aspirations are the main destination. If you want to reach success in life, you must be willing to not only take failure head on, but you also need to be able to accept it and learn from it in order to reach success. The triumph over the roadblocks that life will throw your way will only make you stronger and will make your success feel so much sweeter. Don't fear failure, instead embrace it. I think all of you here are destined to do great things someday. I wish you all the best of luck in whatever you do after high school and on your entrance into the real world. This is a special group of people, and I'm glad to have been able to spend the last 4 years with all of you. Thank you for listening, and congratulations on this amazing achievement. All right, that's it for my speech, but I've also been given the privilege to introduce the distinguished guests sharing the stage with us this afternoon. They are the reason we have gained an excellent education and are headed into the next phase of our lives as successful citizens. Earl Warren High School and Construction Careers Academy students greatly appreciate their supports and time to ensure that we have exceptionally high quality educational and extracurricular programs in Northside. All right, so feel free to applaud them as I announce them. May I present Superintendent of Schools, Dr. John Kraft. Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Dr. Janice Jordan. President, Dr. Carla Duran. Dr. Sonia Hassa, Vice President. That's good. All right. Secretary David Salcido. Trustee Bobby Blunt. Trustee Dr. Carol Harrell. And Trustee Karen Freeman. Other stage guests include Principal of Earl Warren High School, Melissa Hurst. Principal of Construction Careers Academy, Lance Enderlin. Academic Dean, Bernadette Gonzalez. Valedictorian of Earl Warren High School, Leah Gardner. Salutatorian of Earl Warren High School, Carly Blaylock. Valedictorian of Construction Careers Academy, Leslie Granillo. And our senior class president, Intani Nfor. All right, and finally, please welcome to the podium Earl Warren High School Principal, Melissa Hurst.
Thank you, Nathan. Our superintendent and board of trustees continue to challenge our schools to provide educational excellence. This afternoon, 4 students represent the end result of this challenge. To honor the valedictorian and salutatorian of Earl Warren High School and Construction Careers Academy, the school board would like to present each of them with a special medallion. Carly, will you please come forward? Presenting the medallion will be Karen Freeman. Carly Blaylock is a salutatorian of the Earl Warren High School class of 2025, graduating with a grade point average of 101.95. Carly also attended Connolly Middle School and Timberwild Elementary School. She will attend the University of the Incarnate Word and major in biology. Carly's parents are Araceli Blaylock and Paul Blaylock. Will you please stand to be recognized? Back over there. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Blaylock. We are proud of Carly and her accomplishments. Leah, will you please come forward? Presenting the medallion to Leah will be Sonia Hasso. Leah Garner is a valedictorian of the Earl Warren High School class of 2025, graduating with a grade point average of 102.47. Leah also attended Zachary Middle School and Robba Elementary School. She will attend the University of Texas at Austin and major in health and society. Leah's parents are Sam Gardner and Han Bowie. Will you please stand to be recognized? Congratulations, Mr. Garner and Mrs. Bowie. We are proud of Leah and her accomplishments. It is my pleasure to introduce Earl Warren High School's valedictorian, Leah Garner.
Felicitations, fellow graduates from the class of 2025. Before I start my speech, I would like to thank some special people in my life. Thank you to my friends. I want to thank you for all the good times and laughter that lit up my day. Thank you to my teachers who worked hard for the sake of our education successes. And thank you to my family for your support, especially to my parents who dealt with my teenage angst and were my biggest supporters. And lastly, thank you to my second older brother, who is my biggest inspiration, yet is also my greatest enemy. As I continue, I want to congratulate everybody in this stadium. High school was no walk in the park. Realizing that fart jokes could only take us so far, we eventually realized that we had to adapt, and that subsequently, we're capable of much more than we initially thought. As the young Spider-Man, Miles Morales, once said, anyone can wear the mask. Everybody in the stadium is capable of putting on the mask and being extraordinary. Oftentimes, incredible achievements stem from mundane ideas that just need a little bravery to be born. Graduates, we had a great 4 years. These 4 years have prepared us for our adulthoods. Whether you're being launched into the military, diving into your career, or committing to a college, you're all going to do great things. As a piece of parting advice, hard work conquers all. Always look towards the future. Good luck, class of 2025, and thank you.
Thank you, Leah. Now I'm pleased to introduce the Construction Careers Academy Class of 2025 salutatorian, Nathan Gonzalez. Presenting the medallion will be Dr. Carol Harrell. Nathan graduates with a grade point average of 102.82. Nathan attended Kuntz Elementary School and Jefferson Middle School. He will attend the University of Oregon, where he will major in business analytics. Nathan's parents are Mr. Adrian Gonzalez and Mrs. Bernadette Gonzalez. Would you please stand to be recognized? Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Gonzalez. We are proud of Nathan and all of his accomplishments. Now, I am pleased to introduce the Construction Careers Academy Class of 2025 valedictorian, Leslie Marie Granillo. Presenting the medallion will be David Salcido. Leslie graduates with a 103.56 GPA. Leslie attended Jordan Middle School. She will be continuing her education by attending Rice University in Houston, Texas, where she will major in architecture. Leslie's parents are Mr. Abner Granillo and Miss Vanessa Medina. Would you please stand to be recognized? Congratulations, Mr. Granillo and Miss Medina. We are proud of Leslie and all of her accomplishments. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of Construction Careers Academy, Leslie Granillo.
Good afternoon, friends, faculty, family, and supporters. It is an honor to stand before you today as your Class of 2025 valedictorian. Today, I'd like to leave you with a lesson I've learned from both my time in high school and throughout my existence as a person. Life is about sharing sandwiches. Almost every day for lunch during my junior year, my best friend and I would share a meal together. One of my favorite things to eat with her was a sub sandwich from QT. To this day, I don't entirely know what was in that sandwich, but I did know it was delicious. And most importantly, I knew that I loved sharing sandwiches with her just as much as I loved spending time with her. All my life, eating and sharing meals with my loved ones has been my favorite ways to spend time with them. I grew up fortunate enough to be able to come home from school to a fresh, hot, home-cooked meal, regardless of who I lived with. When my stomach was full, my heart was full as well. From this, I learned that unconditional love is the best kind of love. While we're all surrounded by our closest friends and most heinous enemies for what may be the last time, I want you to at least appreciate the time you spend together. This evening, after you've wiped your tears, after you've taken your post-grad photos, and after you've changed into more comfortable shoes, I encourage you to go out for a meal with your loved ones. I encourage you to hug them extra tight and remember all the unconditional love and support they provided you with over the course of your life. I encourage you to think of all the meals you shared with them and how they've made you feel. The warmth and joy in your soul that you feel after eating a warm meal is something I want to inspire you all to share with others. I inspire you all to offer someone you love or even someone you don't know a piece of your sandwich. As a final statement, I'd like to take a moment to commemorate those who should be graduating with us today. Although they're no longer here with us, the impact they have left on the people around them has not gone unnoticed. I encourage everyone here to keep their families and friends in your thoughts. These amazing people will forever be memorialized in our hearts. I'm beyond proud of everything you all have achieved, and I wish you all nothing but the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie. Today is a moment of pride, of reflection, and of hope. For each of you in cap and gown, this isn't just the end of high school, it's the launch pad for everything to come. You didn't just learn in classrooms, you built. You spent your high school years turning blueprints into buildings. You leave here not just with a diploma, but with tools, real tools, skills, and confidence to construct the future. As you step off this stage, I encourage you to keep building, build strong relationships, build your communities, and build a life of meaning. Whether you're holding a hammer or a laptop, wearing work boots or business shoes, lead with integrity, work with purpose, and never stop learning. To the parents, teachers, mentors, and friends who supported these graduates, thank you. Your belief in them helped them make this day a reality. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go build something that lasts.
Class of 2025, what an impressive group. Between Warren and CCA, you've earned a combined total of over $16 million in scholarships. I believe that deserves a round of applause. Four years ago, many of you walked through the doors of Warren for the first time, and so did I. We started this journey together, uncertain of what was ahead, but full of hope. I've watched you grow, lead, overcome, and lift each other up. We faced challenges that none of us expected, and yet here you are, stronger, wiser, and ready for the next chapter. As you move forward, remember the words of Maya Angelou. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. Congratulations, class of 2025. You've made us proud. Now go out and make the world proud too. Dr. Kraft, you have heard the accomplishments of this class. I am pleased to recommend to you the students among the class of 2025 who have met the graduation requirements of the Northside Independent School District and the Texas Education Agency as graduates of the Earl Warren High School and Construction Careers Academy.
Thank you, Ms. Hurst, Mr. Enderlin. Good afternoon and welcome to this exciting event which recognizes and honors the culmination of hard work, determination, and achievement by the students standing before us here today. To the members of our audience, we thank you for your contributions that you have made to the success of these graduates. As we know, a quality education can't happen without a partnership between the student, the family, and the school. Graduates, I know your parents, grandparents, friends, teachers, and loved ones in this building have not only supported you, but have had such a tremendous impact on your education, which you will forever cherish. Graduates, we hope that your experience in Northside Independent School District has been positive, and you deserve to enjoy this important milestone and sacred ceremony with all those here to celebrate with you. With that, on the recommendations of the administration and staff of the Earl Warren High School and Construction Career Academy, and by the authority and power vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the Northside Independent School District and the state of Texas, I hereby confer upon these candidates who have met all graduation requirements the Northside Independent School District High School Diploma, and hereby declare them graduates class of 2025. Will the graduates please come forward for the presentation of awards and diplomas. Congratulations again, graduates.
Leah Kim Garner. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Carly Blaylock. Receiving the Quest Bridge Scholarship from Rice University, Leslie Marie Granillo. Receiving the UO Excellence Scholarship from the University of Oregon, Nathan Lucas Gonzalez. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Flynn Ray Becker. Marshall Dylan Patterson. Receiving one scholarship, Aaliyah Eliana Galan. Receiving one scholarship, Lindsley Hadassah Tiong. Receiving two scholarships, Alana Raquel Trevino. Karam Adnan Hasune. Receiving the Texas State Merit Scholarship from Texas State University, Allison Lee Wen Coyle. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Josue Ivan Lozoya. Receiving the Texas State Merit Scholarship from Texas State University, Aiden Thomas Claver. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Jacob Alejandro Cruz. Receiving the 2025 Baumberger Scholar Award from the Baumberger Endowment, Yoan Sarah Cho. Receiving the Academic Honor Scholarship from the Savannah College of Art and Design, Katie Lynn Williams. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Gabriel Scott Valentine. Receiving 7 scholarships, Sophia Josephine Franco. Receiving the 2025 Baumberger Scholar Award from the Baumberger Endowment, Juan Miguel Ramos. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Mia Catherine Bry. Craig Bradley Ackerman II. Emmanuel Cordova, Jr. Jorian Emmanuel George. Sarah Murray In. Brandon Cole Mayer. Christian Joshua Maldonado. Brandon Oscar Manrique. Malachi Jonathan Miranda. Mark Daniel Munoz. Joel Daniel Salinas. Bianca Marie Castañeda Santo Domingo. Kenales Vélez Otero. Wisal Siad Abdelkader. Jaron Eros Acevedo. Gabrielle Lynn Adam. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Kaylin Marie Adkins. Bilal Aref Afane. Brian Daniel Agosto. Atlas Aguilar. Jeremiah Deshawn Aiken. Roy Alaquines Jr. Anaí Jacira Alcaraz. Ricardo Alcocer. Ezekiel Takeru Allen. Matthew Ethan Almasan. Ziad Yahya Alnaji. Isela Alonso. Kayla Janice Alston. Aiden Daniel Alvarado. Destiny Renee Alvarez. Samuel James Alvarez. Receiving a football award from Stephen F. Austin State University, Devin Anthony Amos. Isaac Anguiano. David Alexander Araiza. Ariana Ocean Aranda. Trenton James Arce. Victoria Giselle Arce. Juan Jose Refugio Arevalo Jr. Receiving the James Lee Memorial Scholarship from the Warren Athletic Booster Club, Juliana Rose Arredondo. Matthew Arriaga. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Noah Arriaga. Ezra Ann Ariola Soto. Devin Christopher Ozen. Kylie Michelle Avant. Receiving 2 scholarships, Ashley Maisonet Ayabareno. Emily Alexa Ayala. David Elijah Baeza. Aiden Rafael Balades. Giovanni Marino Barron.
Okay, all right.
Destiny Rianne Benavides. Madison Grace Betancourt. Jackson Joseph Binder. Receiving one scholarship, Lindsay Drew Bleeker. Fabiola C. Bojorquez. Michelle Alexis Bonilla Ferdin. Alyssa J. Borjas. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Roderick Adams Bowman Horton, Jr. Mia Bravo. Receiving the Warren Athletic Booster Club Scholarship from the Warren Athletic Booster Club, Jonathan Roel Briones. Jacoy Wendell Brumfield. Mary Jane Lynn Bruner. Receiving the Lobo Undergraduate Exchange Plus Scholarship from the University of New Mexico, Dante Alexander Buddy King. Anthony Bustamante. Aiden Edward Butler. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from Texas Lutheran University, Julissa Tatiana Calderon. Receiving the Texas Excellence Scholarship from the University of North Texas, Ava Kate Cantu. Receiving one scholarship, Enrique Hector Cantu III. Orlando Carvajal. Dominic Jordan Cardenas. Steve Alfredo Cardenas. Anthony Carmona. Jatem Renee Caro. Thomas Edward Carter. Caitlin Nicole Casares. Receiving the Warren Athletic Booster Club Scholarship from the Warren Athletic Booster Club, Gabriela Ermelinda Casas. Receiving the Senior Scholarship from Quest for 25K, Jenna Rose Casillas. Anthony Christopher Castañeda. Julian Miguel Castillo. Receiving the Texas State Merit Scholarship from Texas State University, Yaira Alejandra Castillo. Receiving the University Co-op Course Material Scholarship from the University of Texas at Austin, Mia Noel Cavazos. Isaiah Ray Cepeda. Jayla Yasmin Charles. Receiving the Terry Scholarship from the Terry Foundation, Carmelo Bernard Chase. Receiving the Mission Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Celeste Irais Chavez. Sophia Giada Marie Coble. Aria Amor Coleman. Christopher Andrew Connor. Severo Niklaus Contreras. Aiden Skylar Cooper. Jordan Michael Cooper. Isaiah Amante Copeland. Aldo Sebastian Corpus. Elliot Cortázar. Receiving 2 scholarships, Denisha Janae Covington. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Kaylin Jade Crosby. Adrina Yasmin Cruz. Yasmin Delia Cruz. Isaiah Michael Davis. Receiving the Delta Kappa Gamma International Society Scholarship from the DKG Zeta Beta Chapter, Whitney Adelia Davis. Imani Janae Davis Crutchfield. Roslyn Inez de Hoyos. Riley Elizabeth de la Cruz. Receiving the Merit Scholarship from Schreiner University, Azalea Renee de Leon. Matthew Aaron de Leon, Jr. Austin Jaden de Contreras. Destiny Michelle de la Cruz. Receiving 3 scholarships, Arsham Delavar Poor. Chastity Alanes de Leon. Prince de Leon. Receiving 2 scholarships, Madeline Ann DeMarchi. Chilo Gabriel Calimoso de Palubos. Enrique Villarreal Diaz. Receiving 2 scholarships, Natalie Villarreal Diaz. Sebastian Abisai Diaz Casas. Receiving the Texas State Merit Scholarship from Texas State University, Sophia Marie Duffy. Matthew Jaden Duplessis Medeles. Osvaldo Ismael Duron. Receiving the General Scholarship from Texas A&M University at San Antonio, Cadence Leanne Dyer. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Kaylee Clarissa Jodl. John Paul Joseph Enyart. Receiving the NHS Chapter Scholarship from the Warren High School National Honor Society, Sophia Ann Erb. Dolores Escobar. Mateo Cristobal Escobedo. Isaac Matthew Espinosa. Joshua Robert Espinosa. Janae Destiny Esqueda de Leon. Heaven Esteban Esquivel. Chantal Alexia Estrada. Sebastian Marcel Estrada.
Julian Felon. Vanessa Lorraine Fernandez. Receiving the Bordeaux Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Stephen Emil Fisher. Ella Grace Fievel. Enlisting in the Army National Guard of the United States, Esmeralda Flores. Hannah Nicole Flores. Sebastian Thaddeus Flores. Jimena Flores. Receiving one scholarship, Olivia K. Fleer. Dawayad Freeman. Elaine Rochelle Fuentes. Receiving the Academic Excellence Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Mohammed Kareem Galal. Juliana Janie Galarza. Receiving the Grief into Grace Scholarship from the Grief into Grace nonprofit, Matthew Peter Galaviz. Noah Bradley Galian. Receiving one scholarship, Alejandra Galvan Flores. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from Texas Lutheran University, Naomi Giselle Gamboa. Receiving the Queen Elizabeth Grice Scholarship from True Vine Baptist Church, Noel Isaiah Gandaria. Ariana Clarice Garcia. Ava Jude Garcia. Receiving 3 scholarships, Braylon Jai Garcia. Darren D'Angelo Garcia. Elem Sunem Garcia. Jocelyn Darylyn Garcia. Juan Carlos Garcia. Mia Rose Garcia. Michelangelo Noah Garcia. Sebastian Ivan Garcia. Receiving the Mission Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Serena Gabriela Garcia Lozoya. Aiden Jose Garza. Alexis Grace Garza. Receiving the Dean's Merit Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Anastasia Bel Garza. Jude Roel Garza. Megan Grace Garza. Receiving the Academic Honors Scholarship from Savannah College of Art and Design, Gabriela Lindsay Garzes. Annalisa Pon Gatesuan. Christian Peter Gianetti. Liliana Faye Gibson. Justin Daniel Gilmore. Jasmine Alexa Gomez. Ramon Cano Gomez. Receiving the Merit Scholarship from Schreiner University, Ariana Isabela Gonzalez. Serena Gloria Gonzalez. Receiving the President's Scholarship from Crown College, Davian Xavier Gonzalez. Santini Giovan Gonzalez. Receiving the University Scholarship from Southern Methodist University, Aubrey Rain Gonzalez. Christopher Matthew Gonzalez. Fiamma Adley Gonzalez. Joshua Noel Gonzalez. Rebecca Gonzalez. Osmar Ivan Gonzalez Cervantes. Tyler Austin Gray. Julian Alexander Guerra. Olivia Jewel Guerra. Andre Lucas Guerrero. Eric Antonio Guerrero. Aiden Paul Gutierrez. Alani Marie Gutierrez. Ava Alexis Gutierrez. Aiden Genesis Gutierrez. Gabriela Elise Gutierrez. Larry Jason James Gutierrez. Akiria Marie Hall. Callie Cecilia Hall. Malik Firas Halum. Lamia Hussein Hamed. Alexander Salvador Hamilton. Spencer Martin Hammonds. Bailey Ella Joan Hancock. Kiani Janelle Harvey. Ezra Christopher Haskins. Cassidy Marie Helen Hernandez. Destiny Hernandez. Janelle Nicole Hernandez. Javier Dominguez Hernandez. Jaden Francisco Hernandez. Carla Shea Maria Hernandez. Receiving one scholarship, Michael Noah Hernandez. Victoria Alejandra Hernandez Salas. David Logan Herr. Jonathan Levi Higgins. Receiving the Biology Fellowship Award from the University of St. Francis, Amber Nicole Hill. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the Hawaii Pacific University, Anissa Victoria Hinojosa. Orlando Sebastian Hinojosa. Ariana Nicole Hinton. Roni Ho. Receiving the Mission Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Sierra Sky Holcomb. Carly Rion Howard. Receiving the Dean's Merit Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Isaiah Santos Huerta. Jennifer Lee Ann Hunley. Malak Mohammed Mam Hussein. Phoenix Mikkel Hutchins. Receiving the Academic Excellence Award from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Juliet Melanie Ibarra. Addison Rosabelle Ingram. Jakai Amir Jackson. Vernice Jimenez Cornelio. Jaden Renee Juarez. Isaac Julius Junco. Mackenzie Sienna Keeney, sorry. Josiah Austin Kleppinger. Sanaya Simone Kane. Chase James Kraft. Skylar Michaela Lombardia. Andrew Eugene Larry II. Receiving the Texas State Achievement Scholarship from the Texas State University, Yara Rebecca Laureano. Isaac Lechuga. Gianna Renee Lerma. Receiving the Purple and White Scholarship from Texas Christian University, Stephanie Linder. Receiving 2 scholarships, Gabriel Lizarraga II. Aiden Longoria. Receiving 2 scholarships, Jean Philip Longoria III. Adrian Daniel Lopez. Alexander Jacob Lopez. Eva Alejandria Lopez. Josiah Agustin Lopez. Caden Alexander Lopez. Paula Veronica Lopez. Victoria Lopez. Miriam Stephanie Lujan Dorado. Dulce Maria Lujan Escobedo. Hilal Mahmoud Abdelkader. Destiny Velen Alanis. Jacob Ryan Aman. Kimberly Marie Apolinar. Receiving the Baylor Distinction Award from Baylor University, Luis Manuel Aranda Martinez. Hunter Aiden Braun. Receiving the Competitive Achievement Scholarship from the University of Alabama, Lorelei Ann Brockway. Nathan Buendia. Joaquin Omar Cantu. Receiving the Regents Scholarship from Texas A&M University at College Station, Mauricio Andre Carvajal Cejudo. Damian Cardenas. Jacob Henry Cerda. Levi Cervantes. Cayetano Ángel Chapa. Enlisting in the United States Navy, Elizabeth Danielle Call. Alea Michelle Davis. Juan Pablo Diaz. Xavier Agustin Erazo. Receiving the SPC Dane R. Balcon JRTC Memorial Scholarship from the SPC Dane R. Balcon Memorial Fund, Scout Alan Collins SP. John Anthony Espinosa. Danica Jolie Estala. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Everett James Flores. Receiving the Warren Athletic Booster Club Scholarship from the Warren Athletic Booster Club, Mia Gabriela Flores. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from Hawaii Pacific University, Ariana Soledad Peña Flores. Marco Terante Foronda. Theodore Julian Galindo V. Ezekiel Orlando Galvez. Jonah Levi Garcia. Lanton Donova Garcia. Lennon Anthony Genera. Alfonso De Marco Gomez Jr. Luciano Gabriel Gonzalez. Marcus Michael Guerra. Kevin Adrian Gutierrez. Receiving 3 scholarships, Ksenia Kaylin Harris. Levi Austin Hartley. Daniel Ray Heiser. Marisa Alexis Hernandez. Matthew Lee Herrera. Alexander Jaden Huerta. James Ryder Jepson. Caden Michael Cooley. Receiving the Women's Track Scholarship from Tarleton State University, Sienna Elizabeth Lara. Carol Lucano Laiseca Felix. Noah Gabriel Leal. Philip Rene Longoria. Shalena Lee Lowry. Julian Marin III. Yolanda Delgado Martinez. Receiving 2 scholarships, Christian Mario Martinez. Ivan Mejia. Julie Lynn Miller. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Reynaldo Jose Moreno III. Receiving the Dean Scholarship from Crown College, Donovan Ryan Munoz. Receiving college scholarships from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Michael David Murguia III. Emily Morgan Merlin. Mateo Alejandro Narvaez. Timitan Wen. Jocelyn Ochoa. Leah Jacqueline Ortega. Andre Anthony Pais. Carrie Louise Payne. Fernando Abraham Pedrosa. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Aliyah Marie Peña Gonzalez. Mason Ronald Peterson. Skylar J. Placido. Nicholas Isaac Ponce. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Javier Ramirez. Damian Yuri Rico. Ramon Ernesto Rios III. Jacob Jalen Rivas. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Raymond Eufrasio Rivera. Leslie Nicole Rivera. Jaden Alexander Rodriguez. Aiden John Rohde. David Alexander Rojas. Jeremiah Jacob Dwayne Sanchez. Kristen Nathaniel Segovia. Ezekiel Arturo Segura. Vincent Michael Cerna Hewitt. Nathan Lawrence Sherry. Receiving the San Antonio Hispanic Police Organization Scholarship from the San Antonio Hispanic Police Organization, George Anthony Silva Jr. Salvador Silva. Jordan Elizabeth Smith. Jaden Deshaun Smith. Elisha Andres Solis. Alanya Brooke Tetzel. Benjamin Ray Thomas. Caleb Guillermo Torralba. Damaris Estefania Torres. Sebastian Paolo Torres. Christopher Antonio Trevino. Receiving the Warren Athletic Booster Club Scholarship from the Warren Athletic Booster Club, Aiden Nicholas Urdiales. JC Emmanuel Vasquez. Lorelai Briani Villanueva. Receiving the Grief into Grace Scholarship from the Grief into Grace nonprofit, Sean Christopher White. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of Houston at Victoria, Allison Lynn York. Receiving the Distinguished Presidential Scholarship from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Albert Anthony Zanchetti Jr.
Receiving the Baylor Distinction Award from Baylor University, Megan Bailey Machado. Armando Macias Jr. Jasmine Michaela Malloy. Param Mandavi. Lake Adair Mantooth. Keith Darwinick Roshan Niquil Manuel. Amaya Andrea Martinez. Annalise Avery Martinez. Fiona Elaine Martinez. Jayla Marie Martinez. Caleb Renee Martinez. Noah Andres Martinez. Salvador Tadeo Martinez. Zachary Michael Martinez Pulliam. Meshine Matthew. Sophia Grace McBee. Tristan Scott McClure Orso. Receiving the SPC Dana Balkin JROTC Scholarship from the SPC Dana Balkin Memorial Fund, Genevieve Ray McGill. Sophia Abigail Lynn McHugh. Receiving one scholarship, Liliana Isabella Medina. Michael Giovanni Medina. Samara Yasmin Medina Gutierrez. Receiving the Moy Heritage Scholarship from Our Lady of the Lake University, Jocelyn Mejia. Madeline Brooke Mendez. Receiving the Women's Track and Field Award from Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Melanie Marie Mendiola. Avian Shea Rose Mendoza. Derek Jareth Mendoza. Yasmin Mendoza Ortiz. Noel Albert Mercado. Aiden Eugene Minor. Oren Corday Minfi. Adamari Linel Mireles. Receiving one scholarship, Justin Javier Mireles. Jordan Thomas Molina. Sofía Irene Montenegro Ramon. Receiving 5 scholarships, Kendall Aria Montes. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Natalia Montoto. Elijah Ian Morales. Receiving the Santa Maria Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Violeta Moreno. Nashla Isabel Moreno Ponce. Micaela Adia Muñoz. Receiving 1 scholarship, Catalina Janine Murphy. Salvador Nava. Alyssa Monet Nieves Lee. Alec Michael Nugent. Giovanni Nunez. Receiving 1 scholarship, Hassan Rashad Rangpa. Isabella Ambriel Olive. Cameron Oliveira. Efraín Alberto Olvera. Mohammed Ali Mohammed Omar. Sanebo Abdallah Omar. Receiving the Academic Honor Scholarship from Austin College, Iviana Pacheco. Receiving the College of Fine Arts Scholarship from the University of Texas at Austin, Abigail Bianca Padilla. Michael Adam Padilla. Receiving 1 scholarship, Moses Aaron Padro. Receiving 1 scholarship, Ariel Neve Paredes. Gianna Lauren Patillo. Miranda Renee Perales. Caitlin Madison Perez. John Matthew Perez. Josiah Miguel Perez. Logan Alec Perez. Noah Samson Perez. Jorge Santiago Perez Guzman. Paige Linnea Pine. Andrea Carolina Pineda Acosta. Ava Estela Poor. Matthew Alexander Puente. Rick Puente Jr. Carlos Quiñones. Receiving 1 scholarship, Jadrian Bryant Quiroz. Gayratullah Ramat. Derek James Ramirez. Nicholas David Ramirez Kate. Davion Nelson Ramirez Garcia. Brittany Allen Ramon. Destiny Janaid Ramon. Ethan Alexander Ramon. Jalissa Neve Ramos. Sebastian Ramos. Sophia Jade Ramsor. Alyssa Isabel Regino. Receiving the Provost Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Jesus Rogelio Reyes III. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Roy Nicholas Reyes. Brian Reina. Hayden Gage Reina. Mario Reina Jr. Joshua Elijah Rivera. Kira Nicole Rivera. Savion Marco Rivera. Ulises Antonio Rivera. Adrian John Rizzo. Brandon Joseph Rizzo. Rudy Inez Robles. Jose Pedro Rocha Jr. Alexavier Ortiz Rodriguez. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Angelica Isabela Rodriguez. Evelyn Jade Rodriguez. Receiving the Santa Maria Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Brianna Rodriguez. Elias Rodriguez. Receiving 4 scholarships, Heu Rodriguez Jr. Receiving the Merit Scholarship from Schreiner University, Kiara Rodriguez. Receiving the Presidential Merit Scholarship from Texas Tech University, Naya Renee Rodriguez. Maria Fernanda Rodriguez Alanis. Aiden Joe Ray Rogers. Receiving the KU Access Scholarship from the University of Kansas, Rosalind Romero. April Sofia Rosales. Adrian Joel Rosas. Receiving 2 scholarships, Kieran Jace Ruhr. Gabriel James Ruiz. Receiving 4 scholarships, Brianna Nicole Salas. Miranda Salazar. Olivia Marie Saldaña. Faustino Alejandro Salinas. Noah San Miguel. Melanie Sanchez. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from the University of the Incarnate Word, Mia Paola Sanchez. Michael Rafael Sanchez. Serena Renee Santos. Alexander John Sauceda. Christopher Ricardo Saucedo. Receiving the Green and Gold Scholarship from Keokuk College, Evelyn Nicole Segura. Aaliyah Neve Shackelford. Lorenza Elise Cifuentes. Isaiah Logan Silva. Landon James Singleton. Receiving the Academic Excellence Award from the University of Texas at San Antonio, Jenna Skelton. Receiving the Bordeaux Scholarship from St. Mary's University, Jonathan Avery Smith. Receiving the JV Basketball Scholarship from Southwestern College, Noah Michael Smith. Paul Laval Cameron Smith. Xander Lee Smith. Aubrey Nicole Solis. Isaac Richard Solis. Jose Luis Solorzano. Receiving the Dell Scholar Scholarship from the University of Texas at Austin, Nari Sopiup. Alexis Dalet Soriano. Zachary Brian Spears. Enlisting in the United States Army Reserve, Plumeria Sue. Brody Alexander Tavery. Dominic Roman Teran. Aaliyah Doris Thompson. Receiving the MC Scholarship from McPherson College, Lee Anthony Thompson, Jr. Receiving the Presidential Scholarship from Texas Lutheran University, Taylor Page Thompson. Elena Lee Tijerina. Abel Alexis Torres. Emmanuel Eden Torres. Faber Ethan Torres. Receiving the Presidential Merit Scholarship from Texas Tech University, Nicholas Torres. Sabela Marie Torres. David Noé Treviño. José Manuel Treviño. Justin Marquise Tyson. Iliana Nicole Urabaso. Alexis Manuel Valadez. Ariana Delilah Valdez. Avery Monique Valdez. Brianna Nicole Valdez. Luis Moses Valdez. Mitzi Hasmin Valadez. Olivia Chloe Valdez. Salvador Romero Valdez, Jr. Desiree Renee Valdez Flores. Tyler Ray Vargas. Anthony Vasquez. Audrey Nicole Vasquez. Manuel Vasquez IV. Receiving 3 scholarships, Rihanna Anisa Vasquez Garcia. Receiving the Presidential Merit Scholarship from Texas Tech University, Christian Vega Jr. Ethan Daniel Vela. Ariana Marie Villarreal. Noah Elijah Villarreal. Noel Josephine Villarreal. Marcus Rene Villegas. Receiving a softball award from Texas A&M International University, Miley Ray Benton. Muki Abdirahman Welio. Ariana Evie Walker. Liberty Luisa Walters. Genesis Eve Ward. Hannah Rose Whitehead. Joseph Adam Wilcox. Receiving the Lobo Undergraduate Exchange Plus Scholarship from the University of New Mexico, Alvarine Courtney Wilkinson. Tamara Marie Williams. Deja Elise Willis. Olivia Brianne Wilson. Receiving 5 scholarships, Carson Edward Neal Wishart. Receiving 4 scholarships, Joshua Wyatt Neal Wishart. Brenda Wong. Enlisting in the United States Army, Adrian Isaiah Ibarra. Leila Marie Ibarra. Receiving the Diploma Plus Scholarship from the Rotary Club San Antonio, Morgan Renee Young. Enlisting in the United States Army, Travion Jaden Young, Jr. Alberto Armando Izaguirre. Josiah Anthony Samaripas. Evan Renee Zamora. Jazmín Mercedes Sayas. Leila Alejandra Cepeda. Receiving the Texas State Achievement Scholarship from Texas State University, Natani Mungo Nafor.
Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, my name is Tanim Four, and I am so honored to be the closing speaker at such a monumental event. I'd firstly like to thank the parents, guardians, and families of everyone graduating today. Education begins in the home, and we would not be here without you. Additionally, I'd like to thank my elders and ancestors, Mayong Shue. Secondly, I'd like to thank the Warren administration and staff for guiding and supporting us as young adults. And lastly, I'd like to thank the students I represent today for trusting me with your final 2 years of high school. This afternoon, I'd like to share 2 quotes to inspire us all as we turn the page to this new chapter in our lives. Number 1, all we have is now. Sterling K. Brown, Waves. While I know many of us have spent our high school years in a daze to prepare for our future, whether that be AP classes to earn college credit, working during the school year due to financial responsibilities, or sports to help alleviate the cost of higher education, we must also take time to focus on the present. Tell that person you love them. Stand up for yourself. And do not take your life for granted. Some of our friends, teammates, or classmates weren't able to walk the stage today. And with that reality, live in gratitude. We are extremely privileged to have enjoyed a free public education, so share your knowledge with those around you and be willing to receive. Number 2, everyone you're looking at is also you, James Baldwin. We live in a time where we're not only exposed to the people physically around us, but also the people online. Make sure who you keep close and the media you consume are a positive reflection of who you are and who you want to be. You could be that doctor, you could be that coach, you could be that hero. So set those goals. You have the power to change the world, so decide within yourself to change it for the better, and do not choose ignorance in fear of confrontation or individuality. In closing, I've spent the past 4, 7, or even 13 years with the bright minds beside and in front of me today. Every conversation we've had, whether it be guidance on an assignment or a compliment in passing, every hug we've given each other, whether accidental in the hallway or at a banquet, every laugh we've shared, whether at a lunch table or from eye contact with a crush, our interactions have affected us and led us to this point right now. Wherever our futures take us, the people our memories from high school hold are around us right now. So please turn to one another, smile, say your hellos and your goodbyes. Take in and remember the faces your childhood is ending with and who your futures could possibly be starting with. Seniors, please stand for our alma mater and tassel ceremony. Seniors, join me in the ceremonial moving of the tassel, which represents the transition from seniors to high school graduates. Seniors 2024, graduates 2025. Thank you.